Have you ever worked when there was no hope left? When nothing was changing? When every part of you whispered, quit?
If you've ever felt that, then this story is for you. Because in that empty space, when hope disappears, real strength is born. There was a man. He wasn't rich. He wasn't famous. He certainly wasn't lucky. Every morning, he would wake up, look in the mirror, and ask himself the same question: will anything be different today? And every day, the answer was always the same. No, nothing would change. But still, he worked. There were no promises of a better tomorrow, no guarantees of success, no one patting him on the back. People told him, work when you see results. Why waste your time? But he understood something most people never do. Hope is a luxury. All he had was the commitment to the work itself. He knew that waiting for hope to arrive was like waiting for rain in a desert. You could die of thirst first. So, he chose to rely on what he could control, his actions. Some days, your body isn't tired, your heart is. It's an ache that no amount of sleep can fix. That was his daily battle. He worked hard, pouring every ounce of his energy into his tasks. And what happened? Nothing. People around him started to laugh, to mock his fruitless efforts. Progress was so slow, it was invisible to the naked eye, even to his own. At night, doubt would creep in, a cold, insidious whisper in the darkness. Maybe they're right. Maybe you're the problem. Maybe you're just not good enough. It's a voice we all know. But every single morning, he would force himself to stand up, shake off the shadows of the night, and work again. He did it because quitting was no longer an option. Giving up meant accepting defeat, and that was a fate worse than the struggle itself. And that is the fundamental difference. A boy says, I'll work when I feel like it, when I'm motivated. But a man says, I work whether I feel like it or not. He understood that feelings are fleeting, but commitment is a choice you make every single day. No one saw his struggle. There were no cameras documenting his journey, no applause waiting for him at the end of the day. There were no motivational speeches playing in the background. There was just one unwavering thing: his routine. While others slept in, he was already working. While others complained about their circumstances, he was working. While others waited for the perfect opportunity to fall into their laps, he was working. Hope had completely abandoned him. It was a distant memory. But his habit, the routine he had forged in the fire of his own discipline, it never did. It was his anchor in a sea of uncertainty. This is the exact point where most people give up. Because working without a glimmer of hope is emotionally excruciating. It feels pointless, like screaming into a void. But this is also the very place where legends are formed. It's in these quiet, unseen moments of pure, unadulterated effort that character is built, brick by painful brick. Why are you still doing this? What are you even chasing anymore? Look around you. Nothing is coming back. You give and you get nothing in return. He paused for a moment and then answered quietly, not to the world, but to himself. I'm not working for results anymore. I'm working for self-respect. And in that single moment of clarity, everything changed. He realized that success might come, or it might not. Money might come, or it might not. But if he stopped, if he gave up on himself, he would lose the one thing he had left, his own self-respect. The outcome was no longer the main goal. The process was. The act of showing up for himself became the victory. Time passed. A long, long time. The seasons changed, and changed again. And then one day, something shifted. It wasn't a sudden explosion of success. It was a subtle change, like the tide turning. People started to notice. Not because he was loud or flashy, not because he got a lucky break, but because he was relentlessly, undeniably consistent. The work he had done in the dark, without hope, without an audience, had become his foundation. A foundation so deep and so solid that it could withstand anything. So when success finally did arrive, it didn't surprise him. It didn't feel like a miracle. It felt earned, because he had already survived a much harder life, the life of working with no reward in sight. He had already won the most important battle, the one against himself. So if you're working today, and you look ahead and see no hope on the horizon, I want you to know something. Good. That's good. Because when you work without hope, you aren't just building a business or a skill. You are building character. You are forging a will of iron. Remember this. Hope gets you started. It's the spark. But discipline is what gets you to the finish line. It's the engine that keeps running when the spark is gone. The world doesn't remember the people who waited for the perfect moment. It doesn't celebrate those who gave up when things got tough. The world remembers those who worked when there was no logical reason to. The ones who kept going when all hope was lost. Be that person. Be the one who worked, even without hope. Thank you for watching.